Oh, hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rae, or you can call me Rae for short. I'm a product designer currently based in Lagos, Nigeria. If you are new on this channel, welcome. I create content around design, lifestyle and career tips. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button before leaving, and also turn on your bell notification to get notified anytime I put up any new video. So yeah, like if you watch my last video, then you definitely understand the change in our background. So if not, I'll link it up above so you can check it out. Yeah, so basically I finally set up my workspace, and I'll be doing a video to, like, walk you through the entire space, because yeah, I've added a couple of equipment to it after the last video. Anyways, today's video is going to be basically talking about UX portfolio, everything you need to know about UX portfolio as a newbie or as a junior designer. Without further ado, let's jump right into the video. So first of all, let's talk about what a portfolio is. I'm not going to go with a dictionary meaning, because I mean I've not checked it up, but like, in my own word, in my own understanding, portfolio is just basically like let's say a bag or like a suitcase where you have your work, everything about you, like, documented, where anyone can just check it out, and reading after going through that briefcase or that bag, they can understand who you are, what you do, and everything that you've done or what you've worked on. So as a UX designer or as a product designer or as a UI designer or whatever designer that you are, you have to have like a portfolio, something that you've documented, that shows or that tells anybody that reads it what you do and your experience level and your work process, just your work basically. And yeah, that's what a portfolio is. So as you all know, it is compulsory as a product designer or as a designer to have a portfolio, because before a potential employer would employ you, your portfolio is what, or before you even get the opportunity to to interview with any company, your portfolio is the first thing that gets you like in the door, is the first entrance to probably an opportunity to get a new job. So it is very compulsory, like it can't be overemphasized. You need a portfolio as a designer to before you can get a job. It is very, very important. So as a junior product designer, one of the major challenges that or people face basically is the fact that they don't have like a live project, and they don't know what products or what design to put in their portfolio or how to even create one. So but like I'll definitely be discussing how to do that in this video. So how to create a portfolio as a junior product designer or as a newbie that does not have any experience working on any live product or working with any team. So I think the first thing you need to understand is that you start working on a portfolio the moment you start practicing what you've learned as a product designer. So let's say, for example, you want to redesign a particular screen that you notice that, oh, this design is not nice, and I want to like design it like to look better. You can have a portfolio from that. You can say, oh, Twitter has this feature, like there's this feature that I feel like Twitter should have, maybe an edit button. You can have a portfolio from that, or you can so a portfolio is like group of projects that you've worked on in a single file or in a place basically. So you can have like a case study, because as a product designer, case study is more like a documentation of a particular project that you worked on. So let's say, for example, you redesigned the UI or the chat section of WhatsApp, and the first thing you want to do is that you redesign it, and then you document or write out your thoughts process, the reason why you redesigned it, what you think that you've been able to improve that was not done on the original design. Just having something that shows that you didn't just design, there was a thought process behind it. I mean, like, it's very difficult to like figure all these things out as a newbie, but like as time goes on, you tend to like understand these things and the reason why they are very important, because companies don't just want to hire anybody that is just good with visual design. They also want to hire somebody that is very creative, that is a problem solver, because a product designer is a problem solver. So, and the major reason why they employ us is to come and solve problems, not just to design nice, beautiful interfaces that will not be usable. So the best way that you can communicate that you are a problem solver is to be able to like document or like write out what the problem is and why you redesign a particular design. So like it's okay for you to start from daily UI challenge, or you can start with like replicating someone's design, so like a design that you notice that is really nice and you want to like replicate it and see if you can get like get the design. Basically, I got my first job when I was doing daily UI challenge, and I was not even very serious with it. But one thing that was very constant was that I keep on pushing out my work on Twitter, on my various social media pages, not just Twitter alone. I keep on pushing out my work, and as time goes by, anybody that goes to like my images section on my profile on Twitter, they would see that they will see lists of designs or designs that I've done. So my Twitter was basically becoming my portfolio without me even being intentional about it. So anything could basically be your portfolio as long as it consists of your work and what you've been able to do, or your work process. So my Twitter has my profile image, my name, like anything you basically want to know about me, even some of the things that I tweet or talk about. Then if you go to my images section, you get to see a lot of my designs. Not like these days that I just use Twitter for personal stuff and sometimes just push out some of my YouTube videos. But so my Twitter was basically becoming my portfolio. So anybody that goes to my Twitter page, they can literally tell that, oh, this is what this person does, right? And that was how I was able to get my first job. I was just doing daily UI challenge. So every single day I push out new work, and people see it. Even the person that gave me the job was somebody that was just like a random person that just see my work. It's not necessary that the person has to like or comment on it. It can be somebody that just consistently see what you are doing, and then one day they just feel like, oh, they should reach out to you. So I'll just list out a couple of platforms where you can host or create your portfolio. You have like your Twitter page, but your Twitter page has a lot of things, so it might not be well documented. You have your Instagram page, because Instagram also allows you to, unlike Twitter that you have limit of 4 pictures or 4 images I can upload at a time. Your Instagram page has you have like carousel, and then you have like 10 pages of like design that you can put. People still say it's not advisable to have your portfolio there, but it's something that works. So anybody can just go to your Instagram page and see the work that you've done, and that is your portfolio. I mean, most graphics designers usually use their Instagram page as their portfolio. They just send their Instagram page to the person that wants to employ them, and they can see like a bunch of works that they've done. So yeah, your Instagram page. Then the next one that I'll talk about is you have Dribbble. So Dribbble, it's like it's a platform where you can upload shots of like design. So it's mostly UI that you post on Dribbble, but I noticed that Dribbble allows you to have like a case study now, it is paid. So if you want to use the paid version of Dribbble, you can have multiple shots of like a UI that you worked on. So at a point when I got my job at Softcom, I just have a Dribbble account with a bunch of designs that I've done. So I didn't have like any case study or anything. I just have when they asked me to send my portfolio, I just sent my Dribbble account, and yeah, that was it. So that was how I got the job. From though they still gave me like a design challenge to prove my skill. But yeah, so your Dribbble account. Then there's Behance also. Behance is it's an Adobe product, or yeah, Adobe platform where you can also upload your work. But in this case, you can have like a case study or like a documentation of the work process that you went through to come up with a particular design. Then the next one I'll talk about is Notion. Notion is like a platform where that has multiple functions. You can use it to, manage your day-to-day activities in terms of like, your productivity, writing out your to-do list, documenting stuff. So you can also create a portfolio or even a web page, not a web page basically, but you can create a page that is dedicated for your portfolio on Notion. Notion is a very powerful tool that I've seen a lot of beautiful portfolio from there, and people have gotten jobs in big companies by using their Notion portfolio to apply for the job. And then I think the last one I'll be talking about is creating a personal web page or a website for yourself. Is either you do the design. Oh, okay. I think before that I'll mention Figma. You can also use Figma to create your portfolio, where you are going to do it more like you design, as if you design a website, but you do all the prototyping. So you ensure that everything that needs clicking is clickable. You connect it, and then but it's more like a web page. But of course you don't have the flexibility of all the animations, and then how fast it is that it will load and all those other things. So I mean, like, some people get annoyed once they notice that your portfolio is on Figma, they won't even check it. I've seen a senior designer that I even applied for the role, and I saw that he tweeted on Twitter that he doesn't like Figma portfolio. So it's just based on personal preference. So people don't like my boss doesn't like Behance portfolio. So it depends on what you see as what your preference is, and then what the person that you're applying, or what the company you're applying to is, what their preference is anyways. So and then the last one is having a personal website. So the personal website could be built by you with using the non-code tools that we have nowadays, like Webflow, WordPress, Wix, and so on. So you can just have a personal website where you have like everything about you and the work and all the designs, and a case study of what you've been able to do, and your experience basically. So those are the platforms that you can have your portfolio as a junior designer and apply for a job, and you would definitely get it, depending on the criteria of what the job is. That's just like the brief walkthrough. Like I said, you don't have to have everything figured out, but just keep in mind that a product designer is a problem solver, and then anytime you try to work on a design, try to always think about the problem you're trying to solve, and try to always communicate that in your design, so that anybody that sees it know that, okay, this is the problem and this is the solution, right? So always have that in mind. I think I would have loved if somebody had given me this tip about not just designing mindlessly and not thinking about the problem you're trying to solve. But so always remember that a designer is a problem solver, and you should always strive to solve a problem from the design that you're doing. But it's okay to still focus on the the visual of the design that you're trying to design also. But you're still trying to learn, and you're just working on replicating people's design and all, but always have in mind what problem the design is solving. Another thing I would like to mention is, what are the things that is required to have in your portfolio. So your portfolio should have something about you, like maybe your name, a profile image, like most of the platforms that I've mentioned, like social media platform, and even platforms that are dedicated for, or they are specially built for designers. You need to have like a profile, your profile image, your name, a bio, a short bio about you. So I know that there is like a section for it on Dribbble. There is a section for it on on Behance. And if you are using social media pages, social media accounts like Twitter or Instagram, you can also have like your bio also, that's something that relates to what you do, so that anybody that comes to that, they are not just going to see nice designs, but they can also still read a little bit about you without even reaching out to you, right? So yeah, those are the things so about you. Then after that, you can now go deep into what your experience is, where you've worked, how many years of experience do you have. Then after that, you can now list out some of the projects or the products that you've worked on, or some of the designs that you've done, and they get to see like images of those designs. And if you have like a case study, if you're able to work on a case study, this video is not going to be going deep into like case studies, but I promise you there will be a part 2. So this is just like a part 1 of portfolio, how to create your portfolio as a junior product designer, as a newbie in design. So basically, you can use this tip to get internship, or you can even use it to get a junior design role, depending on your skill level. But I can promise that the tip from here would help or guide you to understand more about the importance of having a portfolio. So like I said, you need to have whether a case study of the work that you've worked on, some of the work that you've done, and your work process through it. So your case study is basically like the process that you took, or I'm not sure if that English is correct, but yeah, the process that you went through to come up with a particular solution. So let's say, for example, you write out your problem statement, you write out the research, the analysis, that the quantitative or qualitative analysis research that you've done. You write out some of the things that you feel like were not right, and then what you did to ensure that your solution is the right solution, and so on. So your case study is basically the process that you took to actually to achieve a particular solution. So yeah, basically that's it about I think that's all I want to share about having a product, having a case study. So yeah, one last thing also about having a portfolio. So ways in which as a junior designer you can have a portfolio yourself is to collaborate with other designers, maybe other junior designers. Look around your environment. If there are any problems that that you can solve with your design. For example, we've been facing a lot of problem with payment and I know most of them are they are engineering based problems in terms of collecting payments. They're doing international payments, basically with Nigerian card. If there's a UI that can solve for that problem, just look around your environment. Anything that that you feel like you can solve with your design, and you can communicate the process in which you use to solve that problem, would really help you to build a very strong portfolio. Also, like I mentioned, collaborate with friends. Check out if there's designs that you can do, or problems that you can solve around your environment. 3, you can also work on, probably after applying for a job, they gave you a design challenge, and some of those design challenge, maybe you didn't later get the job, you can turn that design challenge into a portfolio. So a portfolio, like a design on your portfolio. Some of the challenge or design challenge that I've done in the past for jobs that I got rejected at, some of them I added the design to my portfolio. So yeah, you can also do that. Like I mentioned, you can also work on community design. This you can I say a collaboration work, but it's more for community. Maybe there's something product that somebody is building for the community that it can contribute to as a designer. So that would also help you, because anybody or any employer wants to employ somebody that is very collaborative in nature, so that you can work with others and come up with a solution. So if you have any work that you've done that you can, no matter how small your contribution is, it would really go a long way if you add it to your portfolio. So yeah, like I guess that's just like the basic thing I want to share today about portfolio, how to, like, the reason why portfolio is important, and how to create a portfolio as a product designer. So this is part one, like I mentioned, and in probably my next video I'll be walking you through how to create a case study and what my portfolio looks like. I'm currently building it at the moment, so it's not live yet. I'm building a new portfolio at the moment, so it's not live yet, but like on my next video, hopefully it is ready. I can walk you through what my portfolio looks like and how to create a case study. So I hope you've been able to learn one or two things from this video today, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button before leaving, and also turn your bell notification to get notified anytime I upload a new video. And also don't forget to also share with your friends that are interested in the kind of content that I put up on YouTube. To be honest, your comments and your views, like, those are the things that encourage me to put out content on this channel basically. So I'll catch you guys in my next video. By the way, yeah, peep at my shirt. It's the Road to Designer Babe. I got it at an event. Shout out to Mitch. She's really doing amazing work for the community. Anyways, I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye.